And the reason I called was because of the commercial with him and his two twins. That's what got me to call them from the beginning. When I explained to him that the house wasn't mine, it was my in-laws, and the troubles I was having getting her to decide if she wanted to sell, the empathy that he showed, and the compassion of what I was going through to try to get the house sold. The honesty that Joel gave me. He was 100% honest with me. He told me what was going to happen to the house, how it was going to happen, and everything he told me was true. So the honesty. He met my expectations. He told us we didn't have to do anything to the house. The tenants that were there before really beat up the house. So he told us not to worry about it. If we didn't get anything out, he'd take care of it. So he met all my expectations. The price was, it was a good range for the house. And he said that it would move fast, and it did. So, I mean, he met all of my expectations. Joel was very helpful. He helped me discuss things with my in-laws. He explained to them the procedure and or the process, not the procedure. But again, like I said, he was very compassionate to my mother-in-law having to sell her mother's house. And they've owned that house for over 60 years. So it wasn't an easy choice for her to sell it. And he smoothed the pavement for her. He made her comfortable and at ease. So he was great. You know, he was honest. He was very truthful to her, and everything went pretty fast. The way he told us everything was going to happen, he went from step to step. This is going to happen. This will happen. And it went very smooth. I mean, I think it went smoother than if I had a realtor. The communication with their team was great. You know, they kept every appointment that they said. They called me beforehand and scheduled it. Everything was just, like I said, very smooth sailing. I had no concerns. It was just so smooth. You know, I'd never seen anything, to be honest with you. I've dealt with a lot of, well, my kids are real estate, into realty, and I've never seen anything go that quick and that smooth. I mean, we did have a little problem, but it wasn't Joel's fault, you know, but other than that, everything went smooth. You know, that part I actually don't know, because once I put them in contact with my in-laws, because it was my in-laws' house, then I took myself out the loop.
God.
So the time frame on the sale of the house, I think it was like 3 weeks. I don't know. It might have been a month, but I didn't hear any complaints from them, so I would imagine it was pretty quick. I was involved at the start of it. I'm the one that reached out to Joel. I set up the meeting with my in-laws. They live in Vegas, so they had to fly down. We met at the house, looked at it, and from that point, I mean, it was just like, let's go, you know, and it just fell into place all the way down. I didn't see any issues, but from that point, once they signed the documents and everything, then I was no longer involved in it. It was very hard to find somebody that I thought that would do good for my in-laws. And when I spoke with Joel, he won me over on the telephone just from, you know, what he was saying to me. And it was all based on the compassion that he showed. Because, like I said, that house was over 60 years old, and my mother-in-law's mother owned it. And we had rented it out, but they completely destroyed it. And when, you know, it was hard for my mother-in-law to see the house in a disarray like that. So when we went over there, she couldn't even go in the house. So Joel again, showed her the empathy and the compassion and told her, if we buy this house, I promise you'll be proud of it. That's what really made me say okay. And once I said okay and convinced them, he kept his word. I saw the house and it's beautiful. It's and my mother-in-law, she's at peace now, and that's what was important to me. Working with Joel and his team, I didn't have any stress. Like I said, he's very honest, and when you have honesty, the stress is gone, because you know what to expect. You know what's coming next. And he was honest about everything he said from start to finish. So it actually took my stress away. We're very satisfied. I'm even considering having him sell another house or buy another house from us. I would recommend them to everybody because to me, honesty goes a long way. And he showed me that his company is a very honest company. So I would tell everybody, if you want to sell your house and do it quickly, contact Joel. It was very important that they bought it as is because it took the stress, the pressure, and the sadness off my in-laws. To be able to sell the house and let them walk away from it and come back at a later date to see it was a blessing to them. So I like doing it that way. Yeah, the understanding that Joel had to my in-laws situation with the house, and when it got to be too much for my mother-in-law, he backed off. It wasn't a pressure. He didn't apply pressure. He went with her, her emotions, her feelings. So when it got too much, he backed off. When she was ready to go again, they'd go a little farther. And I really liked it. I think that it made it personal because he cared about what she was going through. She's not sure if she wants to keep it as a vacation home, but if she decides to sell, I'll definitely take it through Joel. Anybody looking to sell their house, give Sierra home buyers a chance. They're kind, they're honest, they have compassion, they show empathy, and they're quick at what they do. And they take good care of your home. I mean, they make it a beautiful house again.